Hello everybody, welcome back or welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming a freshman advice video. These are things that I wish I knew as a freshman or I learned over my freshman year. Before we get on to this video, I just want to throw out a quick disclaimer and say that everybody's high school experience is different. So everybody is going to think differently on these things, but these are my opinions and based on my experience in high school and my first year of high school. So just keep that in mind that not everybody is going to be different, but I did do like a general idea, and this video should be directed towards a lot of freshmen that are going into high school. So I have two different chunks I want to talk about. One is social life and one is academic life. So I have a couple different things in both chunks that I want to talk about, and there will be timestamps in the description box in case you want to listen to one more than the other. So if you want to go ahead and skip to those, they're in the description box for you to use. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. So let's start with social life. So also, I have everything on my notes app on my phone, so if I'm looking down, I'm most likely looking at this. I just want to make sure to get all of my points across. Okay, so we're starting off with a very strong one. Be prepared to lose and gain friends. I know this might sound a little harsh, but you are going to lose friends over freshman year. Just because high school is a place that people are generally finding out what their hobbies are and what their likes and dislikes are and kind of like finding out who they are. Just because you're friends with those people in middle school does not mean that you are going to come out with them as friends in the end of your freshman year. I know I did lose a couple friends, which honestly, most of the time it will be for the better, not for the worse. So also keep that in mind. Also, side part, try to stay away from toxic people. Like, there is no reason to have those people in your life, and it's just like a waste of energy and time to keep those people in your life just because you're trying to please them or something. Okay, second point, making new friends. I've always been like the quieter person, and I'm not really one to reach out to people, so this is I'm gonna try and do this more next year because I didn't really do it much in freshman year and I wish I did, but I know it can be hard to reach out to new people and make new friends. I know it can be. I know putting yourself out there like that can be hard because it's so difficult for me too, because I like staying in my comfortable bubble. I'm just one of those people, and I'm definitely going to try and branch out a little bit more in the upcoming school year. One of the main things to do is to reach out to people in your classes. Talk to people at your table or by your desk. Even if it's just like being like, hey, did you, like in math, hey, did you do this problem and what did you get? Just conversing like that will help, and you can build relationships and friendships with these people around you in your classes. I know this is going to sound so cliche, but be yourself. You're not going to want to put a fake persona on yourself whenever you're around this one certain person or certain group of people. You want to find, and this is also like, if you're not being yourself and true to yourself, you're not going to find people that actually like you as a person because you're not being your true self. I don't know if that makes sense. It makes sense to me, but I hope I'm explaining this right. And along with that, surround yourself with people who make you happy. Don't waste your time with toxic people because they're honestly just a waste of time and energy, and being around people should energize you, not drain you of all of your energy. Another good way to make friends is to get involved. This is so important. I'm definitely going to try to do this more next year too. Getting involved can help you meet new people, and plus this is the fun aspect of high school, which is like getting involved in clubs, going to dances, going to parties, going to games. That's the fun part of high school, and take advantage of it while you can, because I know that 4 years sounds like a long time, but I promise you it's not. I'm about to go into my sophomore year. I'm already done with 25% of my high school career, which is so weird to me. Like, you think that 4 years is a long time, but you're like, oh my gosh, I only have 3 more years of high school now. And it's just, it goes a lot faster than you think it's going to. So take advantage of the things that you can get involved in and just soak up that part of high school. Sorry about that, my camera died. Last social point, try and reach out to upperclassmen. I don't know why it's an assumption that they're scary. Like in the movies and shows and stuff, it shows them that like bullying everybody and stuff like that. They're not, they're only a couple of years older than you. They're really not that scary. Me and Meredith were in choir together with a couple of seniors. And there's one junior, maybe more. But I would say I don't know if I would say friends, but we like talked and stuff. I would say I was friends with a couple of them, and I would say that I learned a little bit from them. But anyways, they talked about like the classes they were in as seniors and stuff like that. And I talked to one of them about how she was applying for a college, and she was just we were talking about how that went for her. And she got in. She was super excited about it. I was super excited for her. And that just has to go in with getting involved too, because me and Meredith were in choir and involved in something at the high school. We got to meet those people. Let's start with academic life. So my first point I'm going to talk about is actually try in your classes. I know a lot of people talk about like freshman year doesn't really matter, doesn't really count, and that it's like kind of insignificant. That is so not true. You need to try in your classes because this is like your starter line for your GPA, and it's really hard to bump up your GPA after freshman year if you keep it low. But like this is the time to get it at a decent level. So and then the rest of your years you got that's whenever you try and keep it at that, or even try and get it higher. One way you can help your GPA is actually trying in your exploratory classes. That's like gym. Well, that's what our district calls it. I don't really know what they're called in other places, but that's what it's like health, gym, and stuff like that. Try in those classes because they're super easy classes, and if you get that will help your GPA so much. I learned about this in the last couple months of school, and I wish I knew about it sooner, so I could have used it the rest of the year, but I'm definitely going to be using it for the rest of my high school years. And that is to take advantage of after school help, or ESS as my school calls it. It stands for extended school sessions, I'm pretty sure. But it's just a time after school where you go into a certain teacher's classroom and you get caught up on homework or projects or assignments and stuff like that, and you have the help of the teacher in the classroom. And I know it might sound boring or whatever, but to make that even more fun, find a friend that wants to go with you, because that's what I did. Me and one of my friends, Addie, we went to ESS together all the time the last couple of months of school. And it honestly made it so much more fun, and it was a lot more bearable to be there after school with a friend. And at our school, we actually get points added on to our term grade if we stay for those after school sessions. Okay, next point. Be prepared and know that high school is harder than middle school. Honestly, my middle school years were so easy. I barely had any homework. I barely had to do any projects. And honestly, I barely had to put any work into middle school to keep straight A's. Like, it was so easy for me. Well, while we were actually in school, those online years were not too easy. But just know that it's going to be harder than middle school. You're going to have to put more work in, and there's going to be more homework and more projects, and just have like time after school to sit down and work on those things. Last year I had my math class, I had homework in every single night, and which I had homework. I had a couple other assignments in my other classes, but math was the main one that I had homework in. If a teacher tells you you were going to have a quiz or test or project coming up or whatever, write it down. Text your mom to remind you later. Put it in your notes app, put it in your reminders, put it as an event in your calendar. Do something so you remember that, because I learned this the hard way. Teachers in high school do not remind you every single day. You have 4 days until a test, you have 3 days until a test, you have 2 days until a test. They tell, like for me, on Monday, my teacher would tell me I have a test. They would maybe remind me again on Wednesday, but if you weren't prepared for Friday on that test, you weren't prepared. learned this the hard way a couple times. I realized that I needed to be more organized and write stuff down whenever teacher tells you to. Last point. This is so freaking important, and if you take anything out of this video, please take this point away. Know that school is important, but your mental health is so much more important. Getting into that high school and like starting off, it's so stressful. I understand, but it's very exhausting. But take care of your mental health. It's so important for you to do that. Know that one assignment or one project can wait, and just take a break. Take breaks. That's so important. It's so important not to get burnt out, just working more hour after hour after hour. Just be kind to yourself and take breaks when you need them. Well, that is all the advice I have for you guys today. And if you have any questions or anything, comment in the comments, or my DMs are open on Instagram. This is my handle right here. And I will be more than happy to help you guys. And that's a wrap on today's video. So if you enjoyed it, make sure to give a thumbs up, and also click subscribe and click that notification bell so you can get notified every single time I post. And I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you guys have a great first day back to school. Bye guys. Reach out to actually I went to sleep.